Hey out there, how are you doing? God bless you. My name is Pastor Dr. Mrs. Chioma Ibezim, the President of Singles and Married International Fellowship Outreach, and I want to share something that you will glean lessons from. So I want you to pay attention. Your family background is not the foundation for marriage. The experiences of your parents, whether good or bad, is not the foundation. The foundation is God. The foundation is the word of God. You know why? Because your parents didn't even start marriage. They didn't initiate it. Adam never wanted a woman. Adam was alone, but he wasn't lonely, because loneliness is a psychological disorder. He needed a companion, but maybe he didn't know what he needed. That was why when God met the woman and brought the woman to Adam, Adam said, finally. I want to share something with you. You know, growing up, I was born into a big polygamous family. My mother, of blessed memory, was born into a polygamous family. My father was born into a polygamous family. Let me give you an idea. My mother was born into a family of about maybe 20-something children, polygamous. My father was born into a large family of about 200. My grandfather had about 60-something wives. Yeah. We have an autonomous community right now. That's the family I was born into. And so growing up, I watched the drama. I watched everything. The good, the bad, the ugly. So, you see, he formed an impression, and I didn't want to marry. Yours can also be very good, and you would want to marry. But what you forget is that who you're marrying is not what you saw in your father's family. You're marrying somebody from another family altogether. So it's not how good or how bad, it is God. So growing up, I didn't want to get married. I didn't want to see a man and I would run. I didn't want to be agitated when the king, was coming. I wanted somebody who would call me honey. Wrong impression. Myopic understanding. So anybody could have called me honey. Anybody could have said, oh honey. And I would have made a mistake. But that was what I wanted. Number one. Anybody, because I didn't see my father call any of his wives honey. There was no pet names. Everybody was called by their name. Mind you, my father was a king when kings were kings. Helicopter used to land in the palace. They kill cow like every other week. Those wives, those uguezes, their laces and their judges were customized with their names. My father's barn, you would walk. I saw white men from the oil companies come to visit. It was a walk. That was a wealthy man by all ramifications. But I didn't see sweetheart, saccharine, bitter cola, and all of those names. I only saw him addressing, of course, if you make him angry, you pay fine. If he makes you and you're angry, that was like a king that you need to reverence. I watched. I didn't want to get married. So that encounter formed an impression. And the impression was, I don't want marriage. I want to make money and be a blessing to humanity. Or, I didn't see him call any of his wives honey. So, I would want that man to call me honey. So one day I ran into an Anglican priest who called his wife honey. I said, hey, It's like it has to do with pastors. I want to get married. And let it be a reverend, a priest. Look at what was leading me. Look at what was pushing me. Number 2, I love to live abroad. I don't like heat. In fact, let mosquito feast on me. But heat, no. I want to travel when it's winter. I love the cold. Yes, I do. So I didn't want to marry anybody who lives in Nigeria or Africa. I wanted a man that lands. Let me explain. My husband just landed. Can we go to the airport to pick him? That's the guy. He landed. Hey, at the airport, Father, give me a man that lands. Whether he was landing from Congo, or he was landing from Abidjan, or he was landing from Niger Republic, or he was landing from anywhere. But let it be that he landed. And we're going to the airport to be, Father, give me a man that lands. See what was leading me. Why? Because I didn't want to be associated with what surrounded me. So, your family background, your parents' experiences, stop using it. Use the word of God. Oh, Pastor Choma, history repeats itself. That's the reason why you should pray. You see this one? It won't happen to me. So that was what I wanted. I wanted a man that lands. Let it be he landed. Let it be we went to the airport to pick him. And he landed. God, Father, give me a man that lands. Myopic understanding. So these are the things that affects marriage. Number 3, it is men and women that get married, not boys and girls. He didn't make a boy. There was no BBB in the Garden of Eden. He made a man. Okay, it would have been easier to mold a little Eve and give to Adam to nurture, to breastfeed, to take care of, to do anything, and she will grow. Then Adam would marry. No, from Adam, he didn't make a baby. It doesn't matter the age. He made a woman. So who gets married is a man and a woman. And how do you know a man and a woman? We know God. You don't know God, you're a boy. Full-blown boy. How can you get into an institution you don't know the founder? How do you think you're going to do it? How can you get into an institution that the founder didn't make you? The woman he made, he brought to Adam. So he didn't even make her where Adam was. That's why in a wedding, you see the father of the girl holding the bride and walking down the aisle. That was what God did when he molded the woman. He took her by hand and took her to Adam. Ladies, allow God to make you before you go to Adam. Because when Adam, God told him, I'll make a helpmeet for you, he brought animals. Read it in Genesis chapter number 2. It was animals Adam saw. And Adam gave them names, but there was a vacuum. God wanted Adam to be hungry for his wife. Then God made the woman and brought her to Adam. By the time I know God must have said, I'm going to take you to a man. He doesn't even know you're coming. But let's see what he will do. By the time he will see you, the way I see this man, he will not say thank you. Oh, God was right. Adam didn't say thank you. He said, finally, the bone of my bone. How did he know? Spirit man. God gave him that authority to also recreate by giving them names. Adam gave names to animals. And God didn't change any name Adam gave. So whatever you call your situation, that is what it becomes. So you see who gets married is a man, not a boy. A boy does not know God. A boy is not mature. A boy doesn't understand what marriage is. A boy is what my mother, my father, my sister, my elder sister, that's what they tell me, that's a boy. You're a BBB. A girl allows, God must have told her, Eve, you see, I'm taking you to a man, just let him lead. When he looks for your trouble, this is Shiloh. When you come here, I will meet you. That's why whenever we have challenges, go and ask Anna. We go to Shiloh. What did you learn? Don't let your foundation dictate the foundation of marriage. The foundation of marriage was initiated by God. So go to God and he will give you the blueprint. God bless you. And I'll see you some other time.